Coming up on Thunder Insider, Scott Brooks and company headed east this week for their next stretch of games. Brian Davis and Grant Long have the latest on the three-game trip. And there's no denying the Thunder's quick start, but Executive Vice President and General Manager Sam Presti keeps his vision on the big picture.
We're not just building a team, but we're building an organization.
And Thunder center Kendrick Perkins is never too busy to go shopping.
I'm just happy that they had me part of this.
Grocery shopping, that is, especially when it's for a local family in need. We've got all that and the key behind Tabo's hot hand. Stay tuned, Thunder Insider gets started right now. Hello and welcome everyone to Thunder Insider presented by Integris Health. I'm Kelly Crawl, your host, coming to you from inside our Oklahoman studio. And with the team on the road, we'll send you right out to Brian Davis and Grant Long, who have more on the Thunder's East Coast swing.
Well, when you're 1-12 and you're going up against a team that is 12-2, this is basically a playoff game for you, so you're going to leave everything on the floor. And credit to Washington, because the Wizards certainly did. The energy that Rashard Lewis showed coming off the bench, Andre blocks in the first half. Hey, props to the Wizards, and the Thunder's got some teaching points for practice tomorrow.
Absolutely, and I think when you have a team like the Wizards, like you say, 2-12 on the season so far, they were never out of this ball game confidence-wise. They were close enough throughout the game that they felt like, hey, we can hang with this Thunder team who was 12-2 at this point in the season. And they never lost confidence. The confidence was never taken away from them. And when you have a team like the Thunder playing so well versus a team like the Wizards, you have to come in their building and take their confidence away, and that never happened.
This despite the best efforts to Russell Westbrook, who had 36 points a season high to go along with 7 assists and 5 rebounds.
Well, he played strong. He had another strong floor game. He drove the ball to the basket very well. He led in transition very well. This was one of those games that Russell Westbrook needed to be at the top of his game, and he certainly was. Time and time again, he was able to get into the lane, whether for himself or for teammates. He was very effective tonight, shooting the basketball, distributing the basketball, and even rebounding the basketball. Had 5 rebounds, did Russell Westbrook on the night. So that's a great contribution to a game tonight from Russell Westbrook at the point guard position.
19 offensive rebounds for the Wizards. They out-rebounded the Thunder in total 17-10 in the fourth quarter, but still the door was open for Kevin Durant to play the hero right at the end of regulation.
And I certainly thought that he would do that right here in his home state. And he got the shot that he wanted. Straightaway three-point shot for Kevin Durant. That's a shot that we've seen him knock down time and time again. But the execution late in the ball game from Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and company was something to behold. They got the shots that they wanted. They didn't fall. One of the things that they will have to talk about is rebounding in the late games when they need something on the defensive end to come up with rebounds. They've got to work on that. But offensively, I thought they did what they needed to do. This team will never be lacking as far as offense is concerned. They've got too many weapons. You have the two-time NBA leading scorer in Kevin Durant. You have Russell Westbrook. You have Thabo Sefolosha and James Harden. You even have guys like Daquan Cook coming off the bench. So offense will never be an issue for this ball club. Scott Brooks will talk to his team about executing on the defensive end, and that's where this team will kind of lost a little edge against the Wizards.
We appreciate that, guys. Certainly a close one for the Thunder. They just came up a little short this time. But earlier this week, the Thunder locked in wins over New York and Boston, where we saw some great performances from the entire team. And for those of you who catch the games on TV or radio, you know Brian Davis and Matt Pinto always keep you on your toes. And here are some of the best calls from this week.
Leaves it for Westbrook, who's going to pull it back out, then re-trigger. Harden for 3. Yes, sir! Wow! What great basketball! Back to the basket, low block. Swings the ball up top to Stoudemire. Ambushed by Westbrook, who swipes it. Russell to the rim, dunks! Rising and throwing down over Bill Walker. Well, that was nasty by Westbrook. A full-court assault after the thievery. Jeffries decides to take it baseline. Rejected by Ibaka. His third block of the ball game, and a crowd pleaser. Goes at cross court, left to Rondo, stripped by Westbrook. Russell to the middle, 1-on-2, jump pass low, Sefolosha. Great grab underneath, a fingertip snag, and then he spins it in with a left-hand reverse. That was sensational. Durant with 12 to shoot. Crosses over, driving down the lane, free, dunks! Kevin Durant soaring and scoring after spurting free of Garnett and Pierce, a pair of future Hall of Famers.
Coming up for OKC, the Thunder returns home for a couple games before heading out west as Oklahoma City hosts the Detroit Pistons on Monday the 23rd and the New Orleans Hornets on Wednesday the 25th. And then it's back to the road and off to Oakland for a matchup with Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Well, every Thunder player went into the offseason with a list of things to work on. Defense, shooting, passing, always something to get better at. But the hardest part, implementing and executing the new skill during the season. So far, so good for Thabo Sefolosha, whose hard work on his outside shot is beginning to pay off. Grant Long catches up with the Thunder forward.
Thabo, there's been a lot made. We've all grown to know that your defensive presence for this team is valuable. But lately, it's been your three-point shooting that's been all the rave. Talk to me about how you've become so accurate from downtown.
I mean, I know that's, became my role in this team, just spot up at the three-point line and, KD and Russell do such a good job, attracting the defense and finding open guys. So really made a, big point over the summer to just work on that.
When you set out to improve your outside shooting, what did you have in mind as far as how the team was going to improve? How do you see the team improving behind your three-point shooting?
I mean, just, give a different look. I know a lot of guys, leave me open a little bit on the floor due to, the offensive presence that we had with KD and Russell and James. So I knew that was if the next step for me was to knock down those three-pointers.
Tell me something about the team that you feel that you need to continue to work on, but also some things that you're doing well that you can carry from game to game.
I think what we need to continue to work on is the defense. It's always a working process, and we're still going to grow on that aspect of the game. Keep helping one another, and the thing that I think we're doing good, is just starting the game pretty well right now, and we just got to keep doing this, playing hard and sharing the ball.
How do you consistently focus on coming out and being the shutdown guy every single night?
I take pride of this. I enjoy doing it. I think that's the main thing. I go out there and I know what my role is, and I embrace it, and I really like it.
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
They was a great group of kids, they great kids, and I'm just happy that they had me part of this to help them grocery shop. It's a good thing, that the Thunder and the whole organization doing this, and it's great.
Jump pass loaded to Red. Up quick for the right hand slam dunk.
Gear up for Thunder Basketball at NBAThundershop.com. Declare your loyalty for Thunder Basketball at NBAThundershop.com.
Welcome back, Thunder fans. It's time to vote your favorite Thunder players into the 2012 NBA All-Star Game in Orlando. Vote online at thunder.nba.com by clicking on the All-Star image today. There are no paper ballots this season, so go online to thunder.nba.com, and voting ends on January 31st. So remember, Thunder fans, vote Thunder and vote often. Well, it's been a quick and successful start for the Thunder, one that has already exemplified the Thunder's maturity and toughness. But when Executive Vice President and General Manager Sam Presti evaluates this team, it's always with a big picture mentality. As far as carryover and what he hopes to see from this organization, Sam sits down with Brian Davis.
As this team went into training camp, there was an awful lot of conversation about defense and ramping up the defense. Why, and particularly why now at this point in the history and the development of this program?
Well, reflecting back on when we first started here in 2008, at that point in time, we were really making it clear that we felt like in order to be a team that could compete at the highest level on a day-to-day and ultimately year-to-year basis, we were going to have to become an elite defensive team, and that hasn't changed. And that's where we're really lucky to have Scott and his coaching staff, because they're a pillar of consistency.
As you look at your team, is there a particular characteristic that stands out to you that you might say this defines our guys?
I wouldn't necessarily look at it as one characteristic. I think it's still evolving. I think the team is still evolving and growing, and it should be. There's by no means any way to look at us and say we're a finished product. We've got a lot of room to grow. We've also got a lot of scars on us from some experiences that we've had that should help us as we move forward. But you know, as we look forward and think about not just this team but the teams to come, we want there to be a consistency to the organization, and not just in style of play but how we go about our business. And we're not just building a team, but we're building an organization. And in order for that organization to remain consistent and strong for this community, we're going to have to continue to stick to the core values that we've laid out. And I'm confident that we have the people that are willing to do that.
In the time that I've had the chance to work with you, your passion for the game, your approach to the game has been abundantly evident, but I don't know that I've ever heard the answer to this question. And it's one we ask the players all the time. What does the game of basketball mean to you?
Well, the first thing that jumps to my mind is people. Because when I think about all the different people that have been brought together as a result of this sport, as a result of this game, I think about Serge Ibaka is from the Congo, Kendrick Perkins comes from Beaumont, Russell Westbrook from LA. All these people have traveled these unbelievable paths through the game. Different coaches have helped them, mentors, you know, teams they've been a part of, wins and losses, and all the repetitions that have taken place. They have developed some sense of endurance through the game that's brought them to the highest level. And I have a great deal of respect for that. It also reminds me of relationships that I personally have been afforded as a young person, learning so many different things through the game. But then I think about all the scouting trips I've taken when I was with the San Antonio Spurs, and the friends that I've met in Greece and Turkey and Croatia and Slovenia and in Russia. Without the game, I'd never have had those relationships. I've never had those experiences. So I love the game. It's been my identity. It's been what I've been around every day since I've been very little. And but it's also helped expand my respect for just human relationships.
You hear Sam talk about the significance of meeting people in this business, and for a lot of the players, that also comes through their community service events. Recently, Thunder center Kendrick Perkins met a wonderful family of 7 and took them on a homeland shopping spree. With a grocery list in hand and children by his side, Perkins helped fill up 3 cartfuls of food.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? Excited to be here. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
This family I've worked with for 4 years now. Dad works a full-time job. He goes to school full-time, and so he works to support his 4 kids.
I just go crazy. I just pick up anything.
This is such a godsend. I mean, that's all I can say.
You gotta have milk. We can Sprite and cereal, not go get it, right?
You know, we have a big house. We have a full house. There's 4 children and 3 adults in our home, and groceries go really quick.
Who is that, SpongeBob? Yeah. That's my favorite cartoon.
They got to shop around the whole store and pick out whatever food that they saw that they wanted.
I got a lot of stuff.
You know, I was one of a child who grew up who wasn't fortunate to have these type of situations, so it's always a pleasure. You like carrots? What carrots good for? Your eyesight? They was a great group of kids. They great kids, and you know, I'm just happy that they had me part of this to help them grocery shop. So, you know, we starting the new year off right, and it's a good thing, you know, that the Thunder and the whole organization doing this, and it's great. You gotta hit the snack aisle, right? Chips, drinks. Uh-oh, gotta grab you some pizza. I go Candyland right there. What you think? Candy, candy, candy. You just throwing stuff in the basket. That was the game plan. Get everything you want. What kind of dog do you have?
Jack Russell Terrier.
Well, let's go get something for the dog. Does she have a doggy bed? Oh, wow, good choice.
Black and white.
Can't leave Gracie out. This for Gracie. This the pet dog. What kind of dog is she again?
Jack Russell Terrier.
Okay, cool. And Gracie likes me, right? Yeah. All right.
This is just awesome. You know, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
It's fun, and you know, I had an enjoyable time, so it's always good when you give back to the community.
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
You know, it's always fun to get a chance to, to mingle with the kids and, for any cause, but talking about health and things like that.
Hey, I'm James Harden, and you're watching Thunder Insider.
Don't forget, Thunder fans, to take part in our Watch and Win contest this season. Not only do you have a chance to win tickets to an upcoming home game, but you are also automatically entered to win a trip to see the Thunder take on the Lakers in LA. Just visit thunder.nba.com and enter the code 6754 or text the code to 68278 for your chance to win. With only a few practice days built into the schedule this year, the Thunder players are trying their best to make the most of those days. Following the workouts, Serge Ibaka, Thabo Sefolosha, Reggie Jackson, and Nazr Mohammed invaded Sequoia Middle School in Edmond to help with a Thunder Fit Clinic.
Don't look at the ball.
Well, we're just out here trying to motivate and inspire kids to live healthier lives, which means basically staying active.
Bend your knees a little. Bend your knees a little. There you go.
Eating healthy foods, and it's like I tell the kids, if you do the right things when you're younger, you take care of your body now, your body will take care of you as you get older in life.
It's always fun to get a chance to, to mingle with the kids and, for any cause, but talking about health and things like that, it's something that needs to be addressed nowadays.
Protect the ball, be ready to protect the ball. Left foot in front, left foot front.
Today it's all about, staying healthy through sports. So that's the main thing, and also stay in school, do good on your grades. That comes first.
Really hit that ball on the ground. There you go, better.
We're thankful that the guys take time out of their day to come out and be with our kids. There were about 70 kids today, and these are experiences that the kids are going to remember for the rest of their lives.
The kids can learn from you, how you, when the kids see you, how you smile, how you act. I think that's the most important,
And the message that the Thunder is sending is a real positive one, coming out and speaking about healthy living, eating right, and basketball, of course, is something we all love around here, so I think the kids really take a lot away from it.
Also getting out and about were Cole Aldrich and Royale Ivy, who teamed up to host a Thunder Youth Camp at the Santa Fe Family Life Center. Dribbling drills, passing exercises, and even a lesson on healthy eating habits were included in the program.
What's your shoe size?
What do you think? What size?
25.
To me, this is the funnest thing to do, just to get back on the basketball court to little kids and teach them a few things. Oh, good steal. They do listen to you. I'm out here talking, trying to play defense with the kids and doing the little things, which makes it so much fun to come out here and do that with them.
Around your waist.
This is a great experience coming out here and helping out with the kids. The kids are having fun, they're enjoying it, they're participating in drills, and it was a good time, and I'm glad I got a chance to come out here and participate.
It helped me out a lot with basketball. It made me a lot better. Just practicing all my dribbling and layups and all that.
One kid actually was like, I'm a good assistant coach. I was actually helping him coach when I came into the gym.
There you go, bud.
There you go, dribble him. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, good job. Your arms are burning. Let me see behind the back. That's pretty good. He told me, you're gonna be a good assistant one day.
1, 2, 3!
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
And you've got to give the Thunder fans MVP honors for the job they did at the annual OBI Thunder Blood Drive. They came out in big numbers.
The Tulsa 66ers, a proud affiliate of your Oklahoma City Thunder, have been going nonstop as well, playing 8 games in the last 12 days. The 66ers had 4 straight road contests with 2 overtime decisions and get back at it at home on Sunday night against the Dakota Wizards. Tip-off set for 6 p.m. and for all your 66ers news and updates, just go to tulsa66ers.com. It's always important to give blood, and when a Thunder shirt is part of the deal, there's even more incentive, right? Well, in this week's Stealin' the Mic, Mike Steely stopped by the Cox Convention Center for the Thunder's 4th annual blood drive with OBI.
The Thunder organization always preaches teamwork in the community, not just on the basketball court. And you've got to give the Thunder fans MVP honors for the job they did at the annual OBI Thunder Blood Drive. They came out in big numbers.
For Oklahoma Blood Institute, this is the most important thing that probably happens for us all year in terms of community support.
How you doing? The need for blood is always high. You know, everybody to come out here and give blood is really a great thing.
Kind of congratulating them, thanking them for the cause, what they're doing and how they're helping others around the world. So that's probably what we came and just were words of encouragement.
So you're willing to give up flesh and blood for the Rumble t-shirt?
Oh, definitely.
The Thunder talks about teamwork, not only with the team on the floor, but the community. Do you feel like you're out here kind of supporting the cause today? Tell us about that.
Yes, sir. Me and my mom, we have season tickets, so we're supporting them in the stands, and I felt like I need to donate some blood and support here too.
If it weren't for events like this, if it weren't for these people here giving their time and their blood, we wouldn't have Camden here, so forever grateful.
We have the official mascot of the OBI. That would be Obi, the Jedi Master of the Blood Drive. Obi, are you feeling good about the appearances of all these people out here today? Do you like answering tough questions from tough reporters like me? I don't think he likes that very much. Let's see if we can get him in a better mood real quick. How about that?
Bleeding Thunder Blue. We love seeing that. Thanks so much, Mike. Well, thank you all for joining us here at our Oklahoman studio for another edition of Thunder Insider presented by Integris Health. We'll see you again next week with more on Thunder Basketball.